Welcome back to another tutorial series where I teach you painterly tools. Now, today we're not gonna use the this add-on right here. I'm not gonna teach you how to use this add-on on this tutorial, but I have discovered how to apply the colors, as you can see here in this picture right here. So how do I achieve this? Is by I discovered this tutorial by looking at this video demonstration where it uses okay, so it basically uses the brushstroke tool. It basically this add-on it basically uses the how do you call it, the object material, which is your traditional painted layers, as its color set, as you can see here. Give it a second, and voila. Oh, sorry about that one. This one, it uses the traditional textures you've painted on your object as the base color. That means if you put brush strokes on it, it will automatically align with the color of your objects, which means you don't have to uh, tweak the colors into, what do you call it, similar to your objects. Well, how that gave me an idea. Can it possibly the brushstroke tool here? Can we possibly use that to our advantage? That's where I got to experimenting for like 5 minutes, and I figured it out. So if I go to material preview, as you can see, I already have a traditional painted layer on it. So how do we do that? So first of all, let's put the fill layer. Okay, it's not that obvious because I turned down the opacity to quite a mess. Because you can see, after I twitch it up, you can see the colors are not aligned, even though your color set are very similar to it. How we achieve the previous look to make it look painted is that we tune down the opacity, right? But say no more. You can press this globe right here, browse material to be linked. Before that, you need to know your material's name. So select this button, find the material that is assigned to your object. Make sure you name your materials, or else you can type numbers in. And after you name your material, go to here, browse material to be linked, and then search up your material name. For my case, is this mesh passenger. And look at the okay, let me zoom in. Look at how it's messy, even though it's the same, very similar color. I type this in, yes, mesh passenger, and boom. Say goodbye to your not uh weird looking pictures and say hello to accurate color brushstroke generator. You can play around with the settings, shrink wrap. Of course, you can play around with masking as well, as you can see here. Sometimes shrink wrap does not do the job. As you can see, the brushstroke kind of extrude out of your mesh. So enable this same concept. Use your what do you call it? The colors is the what do you call it? The mask, and then shrink wrap, and there you go. You have your mesh directly on top of your mesh without it extruding. Extend to mesh makes it even better results. And then, of course, play around with the brush settings. I'll make it 5. How's that sound? Five's okay, but and then make sure you play around with edit flow as well. It can help with creating really, really clean texture look. If you yeah, go crazy around with it. You know, just have fun. Make sure you have fun. That's the most important thing here. And okay, there we go. You have your generated brushstroke that enhances your field. Of course, you can play around with stroke fizz, everything per mesh island. Yeah, go crazy with it. And of course, make sure your the object itself is UV properly. Right now, my current thing is not properly UV. Oh, it is. Oh, because I have UV, I have automatic UV setup, right? And then what else you can play around with is brush scale. I can play it with zero point 0.2 in terms of brush scale. No, that's too much. 0.5. Brush length. That does the trick. And there you go. You have your painted textures. It looks clean and it looks amazing. Now, this add-on I have purchased. Thank you, Zabdan. Now, I have purchased this add-on, which I will experiment later today after I finish my Mux character rig, which will be soon. And this thing, the very difference between the brushstroke tool add-on and this is that it allows you to paint on top of your object mesh. Take a look. It allows you to paint on top of your geometry mesh without colliding into each other. Now here you can achieve very similar thing by pressing draw. Okay, and then make sure the brush color is different so that you can see better. Okay, so oh, my blender crashed. Ah, this is the downside of this tool. It kind of computer heavy. I mean, this is very similar to that. It's also computer heavy, but one thing about this add-on is that when you draw over it, okay, let me go to materials, make sure it's opacity 100, and let me use default and then shut down the canvas. Takes a while to render, give it a second. So what this add-on is, oh, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Look, as you can see here, sometimes the result is not consistent. As you can see here, sometimes the brushstroke goes inside the thing, right? It extrudes and kind of collides into the mesh, which is not what we want. This add-on will probably fix that. I don't know. I need some time to experiment on it to make sure it works. And yeah, you can achieve this by playing around with the stroke like tool, but yeah, it is inconsistent as you can see here. The way to fix this is you literally have to go to edit mode and select. It's kind of hard to select. Uh, yeah, yeah, you can't even select it anymore. I need to I draw two back, edit brushstrokes. Okay, and then go to vertex mode. No, edit mode. Yeah, I can't even play around because this is hair follicles. I can't even edit the points. I think I can edit brushstrokes. Come on. Yeah, I can't even fix it. I can't even move it on top of the mesh. Yeah, that is a downside for draw tool here. But use this as a fill tool. And then material preset, use a traditional painting as the colors, like here. And then soon I'm gonna give out a tutorial about how to use this so you can add on extra details on top of your mesh. So that is it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye bye.